Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a special Wrestlemania weekend edition of Gootz's Wrestling Pod with Ray Gootz and Andrew Lee. We're here to cover the whole weekend. We were going to do one Saturday and one Sunday, but I felt like watching Sonic the Hedgehog last night, and everything we said last night would have been out of date right now anyway, so why not do this?
Wait,
Andrew, how you doing?
you watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Yeah, I'm with my friend last night after
How was
WrestleMania.
it?
It was all right. It was decent. It was like, what you expect. Jim Carrey stole the show.
Yeah, well, Jim Carrey's awesome.
Yeah, he was great in the movie, so that was good. So it was good to see him do his thing. All right, so we're gonna break it down. We're gonna start with night one, and we're gonna go to night two, give our overall thoughts, and let's see.
Lots to talk about. We'll
What
start
to
with
talk
the
about.
pre-show. Drew Gulak versus Cesaro. I like this. It was short, but I liked it. Um, did you like his finisher where he had basically Cesaro put Drew Gulak in an Argentine backbreaker rack, and then he did an airplane spin with no hands. He spun him with no hands, dude. You see
I
that?
Yes, I did like that a lot. I was very taken. I'll be honest. At first, when the match started, I was taken aback by the empty arena. Even though I've been watching Raws and Smackdowns in empty arenas now for like a month, it
Mhm.
still was very jarring to see a WrestleMania. Michael Cole sounded like he was asleep on the commentary. Like it was just very weird, and I was like, "Is this really?" This feels like like even though the match was good, but the whole presentation was like the shittiest episode of Superstars possible, and it was like really jarring because I just spent all day watching old Mania matches,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Is this really how they're gonna do it?" But at the end, I got used to it, and I did. I liked the finish, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, you're right. It's having an empty arena is it's obviously a step down from having a live crowd, but it's not like this is their fault.
No,
And
I'll
to
tell
me,
you, I got used to it by the second night.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm used to it because I don't mind it. I hate audiences anyway. So
you just
I
hate people.
I don't like when people do those really stupid chants where
Mm-hmm.
they're either "This is awesome," "Fight forever,"
Oh,
like
Fight Forever is the worst fucking chant. You're
they're
supposed to want a winner and a loser.
they go like "This is awesome" for like things that really are not, and I'm just like
No.
I don't see those chants. So it was really nice to have no distractions, and Michael Cole, you got to give him props because he did a lot to this whole weekend. He did a lot. He did a lot by himself. And if you thought his commentary was him falling asleep, woof, wait till we get to Byron Saxton. All right,
Well,
'cause
we'll get there.
that one's gonna be disastrous. All right,
Next up
so
was next up. The show started. We got through the pre-show.
can we talk about that 6 minute intro they did for WrestleMania?
Well, I did like America the Beautiful. I
Okay.
did like that. That part I liked because it was a very inventive way of doing it. I wish they did it again tonight instead of a fucking 6 minute intro. But doing all the old singers singing America the Beautiful as a melody, it kind of teared me up because a lot of them are gone. Aretha Franklin's gone. Ray
Yeah.
Charles is gone.
Yeah.
Isn't Willie Nelson dead now too?
Willie Nelson is not dead.
No, well, Kenny Rogers just died. But and it made me think of like all the times I spent with my friends, and even last year when I was there at the arena, and got me thinking like, oh my God, what if this never comes back? This country's fighting for its right to live. We have an idiot in charge. What if this never comes back? And it did. That part got me when Vince is introducing Aretha Franklin. So I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Then they went to that fucking video package, which was
That's 6 minutes long.
yeah.
It's about 6 minutes long.
Hmm.
It starts off with basically, if you didn't see it, it's people. It's basically the superstars like they're in a water setting where there's like waves crashing onto rocks, and they're standing there with like swords and stuff like that. And then they this British guy.
He's doing like a Captain Jack Sparrow impression.
Yeah, yeah, and then he starts talking about like, oh, you heard this story before, trying to make it comical, and then it switches to them being in like different, because it goes like this: they're on a journey, and then they're in like a Drew Gulak. I'm not no Drew McIntyre is in like a game show. Um, Becky
And then
Lynch.
Roman Reigns is looking at a UFO. Can I just tell you, based on this video package, I do think that if Corona didn't show up and they had WrestleMania in Arena, it would have been a very shitty WrestleMania. I could just tell from the tone of the video package
Mhm.
that it was going to be a very bad WrestleMania. if this had been in an arena,
If this would have been an
in the
arena
stadium. Yeah,
stadium, they wouldn't have done
2
the
nights.
national anthem thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have been on 2 nights. It would have been on one. And this video package, in my opinion, would not have gone over
Well,
because
it was very obnoxious, and
yeah,
you can usually tell the tone of the show by the video package. Like WrestleMania 31 had a shitty. They kept because sometimes they get arrogant with their video packages,
mhm.
and then you can tell the event's gonna suck. Like 31 had a shitty video package, and then the event was boring. And I could tell already they're like very full of themselves in this video package. This was clearly made. They probably spent thousands of dollars on this, like in January. And Vince was like, "Fuck it, we're showing it." You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
spent so much money.
very
Because
very heavy CGI. They
I would
spent.
have redone the package to be like, look, like to talk about COVID and be like, look, this is the situation. Where, like do like a montage of the old manias, and now we're in an empty arena. You know what I mean? I would have done a video package hyping that WrestleMania has been altered because of this worldwide pandemic. That's what I would have done. When
But
they went, hold on, when they had the voice go, hold on, I thought they were going to acknowledge the fact that Corona destroyed the company. And then when
yes,
they didn't, I was like,
yeah, me too. I thought there when the guy goes like, "Hold on," because it starts off like one of those like epic movie trailers.
mm-hmm.
Showing like scenery and this guy's talking all serious, and then it stops and this guy goes, "Hold on," it's a British dude. I thought they were gonna be like, we can't do it like this, but then it just turns like it
Yeah, it
just
just
gets
keeps
really
going.
stupid.
I just feel like, because I want to say, like, maybe they didn't have time, which is bullshit. They did have time. I mean, look what they did to Firefly. When we get to the production of Firefly and Boneyard, they had plenty of time to produce a new video package. I just feel like Vince must have liked this package so much. He's like, fuck it, we're showing it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you nailed it around the head where it's probably what cost a lot of money, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, we're not wasting it."
Yeah, we're going to show this.
Yeah, I was like, "Do you know how much this was?
Yeah.
We're doing it, and you better fucking like it."
So, yeah, so when we start with the first match, first of all, I got to say, when I first saw JBL back on commentary, I was ready
Yes.
to blow my brains out. He wasn't bad. Him
No.
and Cole alone are not bad.
So it was Michael Cole and JBL for both nights. And here's the thing with JBL. Him and Michael Cole, they have great chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
When you put them together, it actually works. I
But when
I
you
never
add like the King or Corey Graves, like when it was those two and the King, it was unlistenable. Back in like 2014.
I don't know why Vince McMahon always feels the need to change up a commentary team when it's working. He
Yeah,
probably always does that. It's like, why are you doing this, man?
yeah.
Why are
Like
you?
JBL was 20 times less annoying, but like or like with Morrow and Saxton, he was like really bad with them.
Yeah,
He was fine with Michael Cole, and they just never stick with it. I don't know.
yeah. So commentary actually was fine. I thought I had no problems with the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So the first match,
First match, Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. What's the name of that tag team? There's a name for this tag.
Bliss Cross Applesauce.
That's what it's called?
Yeah,
Oh, that's terrible.
that's why they don't really call it like that on TV.
Oh, okay. What did you think about this match?
I liked it. I liked it. I thought Alexa Bliss looked great. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Good. It was a good opening match. I thought it was a
Mhm.
good opening match to start off everything, to kick off the whole show. It was great. We got new women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross won. Man, I already forgot the finish, but I just remembered it was a fun match to watch.
It was good. It was fun. I liked it a lot. I thought Alexa Bliss did a really good job. Like a couple of years ago, if you told me that like Alexa Bliss is going to beat Asuka at WrestleMania, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit. But they've done a good job of changing their roles, where Asuka is a goofy heel, and even if she loses, like nothing, and Alexa Bliss is a good baby face now. Whereas before she was just really obnoxious and shitty as a worker.
Couple of cool things that happened in this match. Nikki Cross, she wears like this whole like thing that kind of covers herself up, and then she obviously there was a point where she hulks up and she like zipped it all the way down. Do you remember that? She zipped
Yes.
it down,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "Arr!" And then this is where Michael Cole said something stupid like, "Okay, whatever that is." I was like, well, I don't know, you didn't have to say that, but
Yeah.
um,
Well,
that was a cool spot. And watching this match made me realize that I want more wrestlers with face paint.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
There should be more. There should be
Yeah. Okay, so then next, what was the? Oh, next is Baron Corbin and Elias.
Baron Corbin versus Elias. This match was just okay. It was okay. Elias wins with like a roll up, I believe. This was so far. If you're watching it after these two matches, it's like you're watching a very good Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
It's not WrestleMania quality, but you're watching like, oh, I'm watching a good Raw. So none of the matches are stinkers, but they're not, they're not like any matches that you're gonna fucking write home about. You know,
I like this. The reason why I like this match, I think more than you, more than a lot of people, is Elias finally showed fire.
Mhm.
They've kind of treated Elias like Honky Tonk Man, unless he's like fighting the Road Dogg or Jeff Jarrett. He looks like an idiot half the time, even when he's like fighting. And he's a big guy. He's like a big fucking guy. So it looks stupid for such a big, impressive looking guy to be acting like the Honky Tonk Man. Because the Honky Tonk Man didn't have really that great of a physique. So if Honky Tonk Man just started beating the shit out of Ultimate Warrior, it would look stupid.
Yeah.
But if Elias like Roman Reigns like squashed Elias about a year ago, like for like 3, it just looks stupid because it's like Elias is so big. So I was glad that this match Elias finally like was like showed that he was tough. You know, he didn't fuck around. So that's why I like.
Yeah. We forgot to mention something very important too. Gronk is hosting this on the Perch. This is all filmed at the Performance Center, so he's on the Perch, and he's with
Mojo
Rawley. Mojo Rawley's wearing a multicolored tux.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the commentators are both wearing tux as well. So it's an empty arena, but people are still wearing tuxedos.
Did you see? I don't know if you watched the pre-show today and tonight, but on the pre-show they had Renee Young in her bedroom wearing a dress, and Christian on today's pre-show wearing a suit in what looks like his like laundry room. And it's like, I get that it's WrestleMania, but it looks so fucking stupid for Renee Young. Like you could tell like it's her bedroom, like she has like Snoopy dolls in the background. Like to Renee Young to put on a dress to sit on Zoom in her bedroom. Like we should have wore tuxes for this.
Yeah, we should have wore. I should have worn a tux. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but like they didn't. But like it, like look at behind you. Imagine like you're in a tux and that's the background. Look behind. Like you know what I mean? That was the. So that was on the pre-show, which I kind of like. Brian. Hey, cut the shit. Sorry, that was Matilda. I was with Brian Kim today. He watched it, and he was like laughing his ass off that because you know Renee Young. He's like, why is this woman in like a gown in her basically bed? I feel so bad that she had to in the middle of a pandemic. She has to like get a gown and put on all this makeup.
Yeah.
To like it's like a 4-second Skype segment where she's like, guys, what do you think about Ed Jordan tonight? You know?
Yeah. But it was very interesting. But all right, so then after that, we have the third match of the night. Surprisingly, it is Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. I was surprised this was the third match.
Me too.
But as the night went on, I realized the reason why they made this the third match.
You tell me your reason. I'm going to give you a reason what I think about this match.
Okay, well, I thought this match was all right. It wasn't like a blowaway match, but it was a decent match. There was some hard kicks, and Becky Lynch wins, but it was just okay. I didn't think it was amazing. It was just okay.
No, I have a theory. This is my theory. First of all, I'm going to say this: if there was no Corona, right? If this like came and went with no fanfare, and they were able to have this in the stadium, I think Shayna Baszler wins and easily destroys Becky Lynch, right? To set up a new storyline because they were really setting up Becky Lynch being really too overconfident for her own good.
Mm-hmm.
I think also they filmed an ending where Shayna Baszler won, but because there is nowhere for them to film starting basically now they can't. There's no state that'll let them film the show, and who knows when they're going to be able to finish that story. I think Vince preferred to end the story with Becky at least have Becky resolve her story rather than for it to continue. So Becky, who's basically now like his John Cena, Hulk Hogan, more so than any guy, looks strong going into, but basically it's going to be a forced break. You know?
Yeah, but when you say making Becky Lynch look strong, she didn't win like a definitive win either.
No, but she still won.
Won with like I think it was like some kind of roll up or something.
Yeah, but she still won.
Like, what the hell just happened? Kind of situation.
Yeah, no, I remember when that. No,
It
But
was like the
she's
same way she won against Ronda in a way,
mhm.
where it was like a pin out of nowhere, 1, 2, 3, and they're just like, what the hell just happened? Kind
But
of
you know
situation.
what? Tomorrow night on Raw, she's gonna come out and brag that she's gonna act like all cocky and shit tomorrow.
No, I understand why
Yeah.
they had Becky win. It was my question was why was this match third? But then
I think
as
they realized it wasn't that good of a match.
exactly as I watched, I was like, there was no way this match would cap the
I,
other matches that are
yeah. I mean,
going on.
because you filmed everything, you could literally have shown these. I mean, you could have started night one with John Cena and Bray Wyatt, and ended
Exactly.
night two with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
So you can do the order however you want in the editing. You know.
I think that's what they did. I think they recorded all the matches and they were like, "This is the order we put it in." I think
Yeah.
the order that they put it in was pretty good. I thought they did a good job with that.
Yeah. I have to say, major. I mean, she made the women main evented last year, and then Becky Lynch third on night one. I was like, ooh, that's weird that they did that because like she was main eventing. She was Hulk Hogan. Like Hulk
And what
Hogan
about,
went from the main event to match three. But anyway,
what about the other person who was in that main event last year? First,
Charlotte.
yeah,
But
first.
first is a better place than third
That's
because
true.
first sets the tone.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But
Ronda Rousey was home, fucking acting like a lunatic. Anyway,
yeah,
next match.
yeah. So then the next match is Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental title. This match was one of the few matches that really benefited from having an empty arena because you can hear everything they were saying to each other, and some of it was so funny. Like how before the match even begins, Cesaro's telling Sami Zayn to wait outside the ring and stuff, trying not to get him to fight. And he goes like, "See, he's already getting tired," right? Like just saying stuff like, remember that when he was like, "See, he's already getting tired." It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
made no sense. And then just like Daniel Bryan like talking crap to Sami Zayn and slapping him, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn was just like, "No, please," like because you could hear all that, it really added to the match. And you couldn't get that if it was not an empty arena match,
Yeah.
where you could hear Sami Zayn acting like a chicken. You
Mm-hmm.
can really hear him. Remember that part where he cried a little bit? And then like JBL, I forgot who it was, but I think Michael Cole was like, "Is he crying?" And then like JBL was like, "You should be crying at WrestleMania," right? Remember that? That was great. Like that was perfect.
Yeah, I like the match. Those guys. Hold on, I just want to show. I am dressed for the occasion, WrestleMania. Those guys know how to work when there's nobody in the building because for the first 10 years nobody came to watch them wrestle.
Mhm.
So I thought they did a really good job. I thought it was a good match, and I'm glad Sami Zayn won.
Yeah, Sami Zayn won.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bullshit ending, I think, right? It was
Yeah,
like people like ran in and all this other stuff, but Sami Zayn won, and it was a fun. This was the turning point. I felt this was like I was like this match was a match that I really really had fun watching compared to
yeah.
the other matches I saw.
Some fans were pissed that like, oh, now he's wrestling like Larry Zbyszko or Bobby Heenan, Sami Zayn. He's not going like, and it's just like not everyone's gimmick. I'm just so sick of like on the indies, every fucking wrestler's gimmick is I'm the best fucking wrestler on the planet. That can't be every fucking wrestler's gimmick. I'm really fucking good at this. Okay, what else? What else do you have for me? Like
Yeah,
no, like um like more, like even if he didn't kill his, I mean, who fucking sits around and goes like, "Oh, Dean Malenko, I just love Dean Malenko." If I wear a Dean Malenko shirt, no one gives a shit. If I walk out around with a fucking Honky Tonk Man or a Bruce Beefcake shirt, everyone goes like, "Oh, I remember that guy." Like you gotta have you gotta have something. You can't just be like, "I'm the best wrestler." So I
yeah.
like what Sami Zayn's doing.
Yeah, I saw a Twitter thing recently of how they're saying Sami Zayn is losing all his moves.
Yeah, because he's becoming a different character.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if you notice, he stopped doing a lot of his moves, like the Blue Thunder
Mm-hmm.
Bomb, that dive through the ropes into a tornado DDT on the outside. But yeah, he's a heel. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be a chicken shit heel. He's not gonna. He can't be doing moves that are flashy. Then you're gonna start cheering for him. He's obviously doing this for a reason,
Yeah.
And I totally think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I just think like like just because you know how to do 50, like Hulk Hogan when he was in Japan would bust out moves he would never do in the United States. You know
Mhm.
why? Because if Hulk Hogan is wrestling like Sting and he does a Inzaguri to Sting as Hollywood Hulk Hogan, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
Why would he do an Inzaguri when he's gonna cheat and punch and that's his character? Like if all of a sudden in the middle of that Rock match Hogan like did a drop toe hold and put him in like a fucking submission hold like he's an MMA fighter. People, huh? I want to see you drop the leg and shake your head. That's the same thing with Sami Zayn. The smart wrestlers know when to pull moves back. You
Yeah.
know?
By the way, yeah, if you guys watch old New Japan Wrestling with Hulk Hogan in G1, yes, he does do like enziguris. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a different person. It's like a
It did,
totally different
but I
person.
noticed in the so I rewatched Ultimate Warrior. Hulk Hogan, he started doing Hulk Hogan with Ultimate Warrior started doing moves, more technical moves. Like he wasn't trying to outpower Warrior because in the storyline, Warrior is now more powerful than Hogan.
Mhm.
So what he did was he tried to out wrestle Warrior. If you watch that match, he tries to out wrestle Warrior. So like people shit on Hogan, but he always he planned his matches and his moves ahead of time. Undertaker does the same thing, and Sami Zayn does the same thing. That's how you know Sami Zayn's a great wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So good for the match, and like I said, this is the turning point. In my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, where it starts getting really, really good. And our next match was also no exception. It was the triple threat ladder match for the tag team titles on SmackDown. But instead of all three tag teams coming out, we have one member representing each team. So you have John Morrison representing Miz and Morrison. You have Jimmy Uso representing the Usos, and you have Kofi Kingston representing New Day. So it's basically just three,
Three guys.
threat. Yeah, three guys.
Yeah. I like this.
This match was
Awesome. Okay.
yeah. This you're thinking how they do a ladder match in an empty arena, right? And it was just they did things that I have not seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it benefited because there was less guys in the ring. Do you
I
think
think
that?
so.
Yeah,
I think Morrison benefited from not having the Miz around.
yeah, possibly because then he doesn't have to do moves that
He
are like
doesn't have to save the Miz or do spots to highlight the Miz. He can
yeah,
just be fucking Morrison and go all out. So
yeah. There was this great spot where John Morrison walks the whole top rope with
mm-hmm.
no assistance, meaning he's not holding on to anybody. He walks from one turnbuckle all the way to the other side just to fuck somebody up. It was, I thought it was pretty cool. They didn't even show a replay of that. That's how good this match was. They had to show
Jesus.
other replays. That's how good this match is. I would 100% recommend people watch this match. It was great.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Mhm. And then you have Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens, which I had no interest in this match
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever. And this was a fun match to
I
watch.
thought it was really good, and I
Yeah.
hate both guys. I think they both should be murdered.
I don't think murdered, but
At this point, my friend came by. He has no interest in wrestling. He was just
Brian?
depressed. My friend, my friend Dustin.
Okay.
And he's like a metal, he's like a alt rock guy, and he liked Seth Rollins' theme, but he didn't know anything about any of these guys. By the end of the match, he was like, I like both these guys,
Yeah.
and that says a lot about the work they put in.
This was another match that really benefited from being an empty arena.
Because Kevin Owens could talk the storyline through.
Not just Kevin Owens. It
Oh,
was
Seth
also
Rollins too. Yes,
they
yes.
were both just the amount of shit talking they were doing was great.
Mm-hmm.
There were that part as like in the beginning of the match, Seth Rollins he called Kevin Owens like you fat piece of crap, and he throws him out. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then he would, I think Seth Rollins was saying something like, "This is like you're not as good as me. It's my night." And then Kevin Owens would be like, "You're still a bitch."
Yeah.
That
was great.
And he goes, and then Seth Rollins was like, "Your mouth is always getting you into trouble," and then just hits him with the chair. Dude, this match, it was a straight one-on-one match, and it's going well, but then Seth Rollins hits Kevin Owens with a bell.
With the bell, which was really funny in empty arena. That noise is always funny.
Yeah.
But in an empty arena, it was 20 times funnier. Even my friends started laughing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was super annoyed because it was like, oh, DQ, Kevin Owens wins. Seth Rollins starts walking away. Kevin Owens calls Seth back, say, let's do it again. This is not over. No DQ. They restart the match. This time is no DQ. They're fighting mostly on the outside. A lot of bell rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did a whole bunch of those. And it ends with basically Kevin Owens climbing up the WrestleMania sign, like a giant WrestleMania sign at the announcer's table. And then he does an elbow drop on that.
And he goes, "How's this for a WrestleMania moment?" I thought that was
funny. That was great. Yeah, this match was like you and me were on the same boat. We did not give a shit about this match at all coming into it, and leaving it. I was like, this match was so much fun.
They put a lot. I'll tell you this. They put a lot of time and effort into this storyline. I mean, it's been going since the night after Survivor Series, and I thought, all right, this was a worthy payoff to a storyline that's been going. Nobody's given a shit about it, but they've kept it going. To their credit, they kept it going for months, and this
Yes.
was a very good payoff for a storyline nobody gives a shit about because both guys should be murdered.
Yes.
But yes, it was good.
I agree. What did you think about Seth Rollins' garb that he was wearing, like a
Oh, I
Messiah?
like that a lot.
I like that a lot.
I think the more Seth Rollins plays into being a little bitch and a chicken shit, the better it's going to be his character. I don't believe him when he's a badass.
Yeah.
I
He
believe him that he's a fucking piece of shit loser scrub. So
Seth Rollins was wearing white pants, and he was wearing this like white, like almost like a religious robe thing, because he's like the Messiah, which I really liked. I hope he continues wearing that. And then we're gonna go to our second to last match of the first night: Goldberg versus Braun Strowman. By the way, just want to rewind a little bit. When they did the triple threat ladder match, this is the one bad point. They gave you no explanation of why now this was just going to be one person representing each team.
yes, that was stupid. And they also gave you no explanation of what happened to Roman Reigns. It almost felt like Roman Reigns quit the company the way they
Yeah.
did not fucking mention it.
So there was no explanations for the triple threat ladder match why it was changed to one representative, and there's no explanation of why it's Braun Strowman versus Goldberg, which I found very lazy. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a pandemic. A lot of things are changing. We're in an empty arena. I'm gonna cut him some slack. I cut him some slack for that.
I know, but like, I just think they should mention the pandemic more. I just feel like this is don't play stupid. Don't like, oh, Braun Strowman's in the match, no reason. Like you've been building towards Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Just say there's health concerns. There's a lot of things going on in the world.
Yeah, they should have said that, but I could see how maybe the man in charge is like.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he wants to mention COVID that much, but
yeah, we're an escape. He probably is thinking.
Okay.
But Goldberg versus Braun Strowman, very quick match. It was probably the shortest match of the night. Braun Strowman wins. He's now the SmackDown champion.
I thought this win did him no favors. My friends say Goldberg really sold for him. I'm like, Goldberg really sold for Brock Lesnar. Goldberg sells now. Now in the 2020, Goldberg will sell if you book him to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goldberg sold for Undertaker and he sold for fucking Brock Lesnar.
Goldberg's different, by the way. You know, he's older.
I just would have preferred to see Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. I think if they knew this pandemic was coming, they would have had Goldberg lose to the Fiend, and it would have been Fiend versus Roman Reigns, which then would have been Fiend versus Braun Strowman. But it is what it is, you know.
I thought I was okay with this. I was very happy for.
I'm glad Braun won the title, but I just feel like it's 2 years too late. I mean, they literally just had him lose to Sami Zayn. So.
Yeah, Braun Strowman wins it. It's his first championship. I'm glad he got it. I like this match because it was very short. And now it comes to the main event, which is AJ Styles versus Undertaker in a boneyard match, filmed off-site at a some kind of grave site, and it was very, very good.
It was awesome. I loved it. I shouldn't be rubbing my face. By
yourself doesn't matter.
What?
If you're by yourself, it doesn't matter, right? Did you wash your hands? Did you talk to anybody or touch anybody?
I peed all over my hands and I bled on them. No, I washed my hands. I thought it was I thought it was fucking great. It was so fucking funny. It was so fucking well done. It was great.
You and I both went into this mocking it. Right? We were like, what's a boneyard, man? We both mocked it. And it's filmed differently. It's filmed like those broken Matt Hardy videos. And it is you're right, there was just so many funny parts. AJ Styles getting his butt kicked by even the Undertaker showing up was really funny.
Yeah.
It starts off with a casket there's a one of those funeral vehicles coming into the graveyard. They pull out the casket and they open it up and it's AJ Styles and he's mocking Undertaker. And then you see Undertaker, who's the American badass Undertaker, coming in a motorcycle, but they got like music playing. They got like heavy metal music playing while he's coming. So that was really funny. And then you had cameos by the Good Brothers. You had
the Druids turned heel on Undertaker.
Yeah. You had Gallows and Anderson show up, and they're standing in front of this like fence to face off against Taker, and then like parts of the fence fall, and there's all these druids,
Yeah.
and then he just beats up all of
He's
them.
like, let's do this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was really funny. He was really JJ with the Good Brothers. It was so funny and ridiculous and over the top,
yeah,
and it really, really worked. I'm so glad they did this instead of like a match in the. I think AJ would have look. I think Undertaker wouldn't have been able to keep up with AJ in a ring in a real match.
yeah. There was this one part where they're fighting by the car, and it looked like when I saw it, I thought it looked like Undertaker picked up a piece of turd. Right? It was
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
it was like, is that a turd? And
Mm-hmm.
and then he uses it and he smashes a window in the car because AJ ducks and he starts bleeding. And I was like, I don't know what that was. I'm guessing
He didn't really cut his arm in that shot.
no. They end up fighting where they climb. Basically, the whole point of this match is you got to put somebody in a grave hole, like a hole, and then you got to throw dirt on them. And there's this part where AJ Styles gets Undertaker thrown in there first, and Undertaker's all beaten, and AJ Styles gets in to this tractor like thing that's like this bulldozer. Now remember, up to this whole point, there was really no supernatural effects at all. It's just straight up two guys beating the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Undertaker appears behind AJ Styles. Remember when he's in the hole, he just appears behind him. And this is where it starts all the crazy shit that starts happening, where they climb up to this building. Not like the shed, really, just like this shed. And then Undertaker creates like fire to come out from the thing. He does the fire.
Yeah, fire and then you're reappearing behind AJ. And
Yeah.
all the trash talk. It was really, really good.
Yeah. He ends up burying AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm. And his hands up. AJ's hands.
The only thing that sticks out is AJ's hand with his glove, the dirt. Undertaker goes and he removes some moss off the tombstone, and it reveals AJ Styles in the date and the year. I guess he's dead now.
Yeah. I guess he murdered AJ Styles.
And then Undertaker gets back on his motorcycle and he raises his fist, and then there's like a huge like fire.
His symbol in neon.
The shed like lights up on fire, like an explosion happens, and you see Undertaker's UNT symbol, and then he drives off.
Oh, it was so over the top. It's so good.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
You're a traditionalist. You are not gonna like this. But
look, like nothing about any of this is traditional. So like you gotta go with the flow. I mean, but they've been doing goofy shit like this since the 80s. So
yeah. If you like all the Broken Matt Hardy stuff, this is right up your alley.
Yeah.
If you're Jim Cornette, you should probably realize you no longer deserve to be in the wrestling business and just fucking get away from it, because you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it.
But I think like for guys like Undertaker and even like a guy like somebody said like now they could do Undertaker Sting if they do something this insane with those two guys. Hey, whatever. Okay, continue.
After the Boneyard match, I was like, this is almost like a career rejuvenation for Undertaker.
Yeah, I'm saying like these older guys can do matches like this. What would you rather do? Have Sting and fucking Undertaker, or like let's say, you know, some of these like Goldberg go out to the ring and almost kill each other by trying to wrestle a pure wrestling match, or have them fucking do goofy shit like this? We like the characters.
Sting could do this match.
Sting could do it. Well, if Ultimate Warrior was still around, he could do this match.
Yeah.
They all could do this match.
You could finally get Undertaker versus Sting.
You could do Mankind. Mankind could show up.
Yeah, and it won't be embarrassing, you know?
No. All right, so that was night one. Overall, what you think of night one?
Great. It was way better than when I was thinking it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we get to night two.
Night two.
And the first match, you missed it because you hate women, is Natalya versus Liv Morgan on the pre-show. And I thought this was Liv Morgan's best match. She did win, making Natalya look like an idiot. They always have, whenever they want to like prop up like one of these like model chicks, they have them beat Natalya. And Natalya's so much bigger than them. It always makes Natalya look like an idiot. And then like 2 months later, they'll have Natalya like challenge Ronda Rousey or Becky Lynch or Charlotte. And we have to suddenly take Natalya seriously again. And it's like, didn't she just lose to Liv Morgan a week ago, or Shayla Baszler in 3 seconds?
Is Liv Morgan still doing that gimmick?
She's dressed in all black. It was a very sexy outfit. It was like the Scarlett Bordeaux's outfit. I don't know if she's a lesbian. I don't know what she is, but she wrestled a good match. I'll give her that. I thought it was the best match she's ever had. So
All
not
right,
saying
I'll
much.
take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All
the
right.
first match after that, when Wrestlemania actually, after we get that 6-minute video package again,
Yeah.
because Vince loved it that much.
Yeah.
What was the
they
first?
paid a lot of money for it, man. You got to get your money's worth. We're gonna
Yeah.
see it on Monday too, probably.
Yeah. And probably SmackDown over and over again if they
Yeah.
can't find a place to film.
So the first actual night 2 match is Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's title, and Rhea Ripley came out with new gear. It was all, she normally wears the black, like black long pants.
I like her outfit a lot, Rhea Ripley.
What?
I like the outfit a lot.
Yeah, she was wearing, this time it was white. It was like white tank top, white pants with blue on it. There was like blue. There was like it almost looked like
Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
She had like a gold belt. She had a blue middle. Very cool looking outfit. Charlotte was wearing purple, and this was a very long match. This match was very long. What are you doing, bro?
The cat knocked down I got pizza for me. Just keep talking. The cat knocked down the pizza box. He's trying to get into it. So
this match was very long. I wouldn't say it was a bad match, but I wouldn't say it was a great match either. It was a fun match to watch, and Charlotte wins with the figure 8. She was working on Rhea's leg the whole match, so a lot of storytelling in this. But this was a fun way to start off the second night as well.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was very, very well done. My only problem with it, and I'll tell you in a second, was because Rhea Ripley, they're kind of building her. I think she's cooler than Becky Lynch at this point. She's a really cool chick, and they're building her up like that. And to have her cry and scream in pain, she screamed a little bit too wimpily for me, and I think that kind of hurts her. I think it should have been a different ending because she looked really kind of pathetic when she lost.
Rhea was selling this whole match. Charlotte, the whole point of this, I was really surprised that Charlotte won because this whole match, Charlotte was the most dominant one in the whole match. And I thought this was going to lead to Rhea Ripley winning at the end, but she didn't. Charlotte just be dominant and pretty much the whole way through. You're right, in a way it was, but it wasn't like a complete like burial or anything because it was a very long match, probably the longest match.
It wasn't, but I feel like they kind of are forgetting. Like when at November, I was like, I think I went from who the fuck is Rhea Ripley to oh my gosh, she's the hottest woman on the roster, and I think she's gonna be way better than Becky Lynch. And after this match, I was like, all right, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I guess that's not gonna happen. But
so both NXT women lost to the main
well, I think Shayna Baszler is now a Raw woman. So I think Shayna Baszler is now a Raw woman. I think she's not an NXT woman.
Oh, she's not an NXT person. Okay, yeah. I see it that way.
Here's the thing, though. Probably they want to put some more stars in NXT, and Charlotte, in their mind, is a star, and maybe they think she can make a difference in the ratings against AEW.
Charlotte is the NXT champion, so she's gonna be on NXT, but I don't think it's gonna really move that needle.
No, I think if they, I don't know. First of all, I think they shouldn't have it. Look,
there was a couple of times where Charlotte was on NXT and it didn't change anything. Ratings or anything.
I don't think NXT should be going up against AEW. I think that was a stupid move. I don't think AEW is more like Raw and SmackDown. NXT is just NXT, and they're trying to go for pure wrestling. And I think AEW tricked everyone thinking they were going to be pure wrestling, and they're not. It's more like a Raw type show.
But you can't move Raw from Monday to Wednesday.
No. They're not going to do that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think they should have ever put NXT up again. I have no interest. I didn't watch NXT this week just because I know nothing interesting ever happens on it.
No, I don't think they should have ever put NXT up against AEW. I agree. Right, they shouldn't have ever. If you know what they should have done, nothing. They just let AEW do that. But they had to do this, and unfortunately, it made NXT look weaker than it really is.
Well, because
it's a good show.
Well, here's the problem with NXT is that like, what am I building towards? Well, eventually, if I like Keith Lee, I want him to become the WWE champion. But in order for him to do that, he's got to go to Raw. And I want if I have a favorite wrestler, I want my favorite wrestler, the guy I'm investing in. I want him to eventually move on. If Keith Lee is just trapped in NXT for the next 10 years, he's not gonna be like he's on Shawn Michaels level. He's got to go to Raw or SmackDown to get on that level. So what is the suspense? I'm like waiting for someone to leave, and then you have like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, who just never leave, and they're just always there having this, and it's like,
Yeah, who are they gonna fight? Kushi? I mean, come on.
But I mean, what the goal is eventually for them to get to the other show and get the real belt. Like the NXT title is not the real belt, and they've done a shitty job of making NXT a third brand.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, those ladies lost. The NXT ladies lost officially, and bring up to the next match: Bobby Lashley versus Aleister Black. And Bobby Lashley also had new gear. No more short shorts. He had long black pants. Lana was with him. And this match was really interesting because it started off just wrestling. And then Lana was quiet in the beginning of the match. You notice that? She's very quiet at the beginning. And then somewhere near the middle, she starts getting loud. She starts up. And then she ultimately costs Bobby Lashley the match by Bobby Lashley had Aleister Black up for a Dominator, and then she got up on the apron and she said, No, don't do that. Spear him. So he puts him down and tries to spear him. He gets kicked in the face with a black mass, pins. He loses. I don't know what kind of storyline they're continuing with this.
Well, I think it's just one and done. I think the storyline is going to be that Lashley's sick of her.
Yeah.
I thought the match was very good. I thought the match was good. They haven't really given Lashley opportunity to shine like this
since day one.
Since they signed him in 2 years. I don't even know whether I still look back why did they even sign this guy. But I thought this match was good.
Yeah, this match was fun. There were no stinkers in either night. There were no stinkers.
Well, let's keep going.
Okay. All right. And then you go to Dolph Ziggler versus Otis.
I like this a lot.
Dolph Ziggler comes out with Sonya Deville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's full-blown heel now, I'm assuming.
I guess, yeah.
But they didn't explain why she did what she did.
I think they're waiting to explain it on SmackDown, which is not going to happen because of this corona. But I liked how Mandy came out. I liked that Mandy and Otis are finally together. I thought Otis and Dolph had a really good match. I thought this was good.
This was a fun match. Otis tries to go for, Otis is bringing his A game, and it gets to the point where Otis tries to do the caterpillar, and right when he's about to hit it, Sonya Deville gets on the apron. So he turns, the referee and both Otis turn their attention towards Sonya Deville, which allows Dolph Ziggler to give him a low blow in the balls. He falls down, and the match is continuing, and then Mandy Rose's music hits. She comes down, runs past Sonya Deville, or she pushes her into the ring or something. So the ref is like, Sonya, get out of the ring. She comes in, and then she hits Dolph Ziggler in the balls. And Dolph Ziggler did a great sound effect when he got hit in the balls. That was like the perfect, that's exactly how you would sound if someone hit you in the ball. Mm-hmm. And then it allows Otis to hit this caterpillar for real this time, go for the cover. He wins it. He scoops up Mandy Rose, where her boob's like right here next to his face. But instead, he just kisses her. And then like they both go out happy, fairy tale ending. He gets the girl, which is what you were, what we were expecting. Yeah,
I really liked the match. I'm glad they got the payoff. I'm glad Mandy Rose is now with Otis. It was good.
It wasn't like the best match ever, but it gave you what you wanted, except for the only thing that was left open was I still don't understand why Sonya Deville was doing this. They never explained it, which hopefully one day they'll go to it. But that was the only thing that left open-ended. And the match after that is last man standing, Edge versus Randy Orton. The way to win is your opponent has to be down for a 10 count. Mm-hmm. And this match is not confined just to the ring. It is everywhere. So it starts off in the ring with Randy Orton giving him an RKO right off the top. They start wrestling in the ring, and then they start wrestling all over the PC Center. They go to the weight room, and then from there they go like behind some stage area, and then ultimately they go to a storage unit where they climb up one of the trailers, and that's where basically the match will end, up at the trailer. What did you think about this last ending match?
Eh, I thought it went way too long. At first, I was all in. I really liked the way it started, but it just kept going and going and going
Yeah,
and going and going and going. And honestly, like there were like 3 times that the match should have been over, and I just went to a different room. And they didn't really do anything interesting. I thought they were gonna do like some crazy spots because you could do that with editing. You know, you can have Edge pretend he's jumping off the truck and cut, and we could actually be on a crash pad. They didn't do
yeah.
anything interesting. I wanted this. I wanted them to go into all the wacky places, make it like over the top, and they didn't. It was like I thought we're gonna get another Boneyard match or even the John Cena match,
Oh,
and
you know
instead
what?
we got something very plotting.
That's a good point. If they had filmed this like the Boneyard match, they
Hmm.
could have done a lot more. But this was filmed like they would film their hardcore matches that take place
Yeah,
any.
but I'm fine with that. But even like for a hardcore match,
Nothing
it
happened.
just went way too long. This
Yeah.
is the only match I think would have been better if they had been able to do it at the stadium
Yeah. They
because
end
the
up
drama of the match.
they end up going up top of the trailer of the truck.
Hmm.
I mean, they go on top of the trailer, but they did nothing with it.
They did
But
nothing with
nobody
it.
got thrown off. It didn't have to end up there. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like the way
it's just
and ended
every
with
time you thought they're gonna do something crazy, they just didn't do anything.
it ended it with a spear and a concerto, which you could have done anywhere.
Well,
You
the
didn't.
concerto, yeah, that was
Yeah,
a good ending. But
yeah. But you didn't have to do it up there. You could have done it in the ring.
I feel bad for Edge because he came back and he was like, and then he had this fucking. Here's the thing though. I think Edge is probably a great guy, and I heard his documentary is really good. I've never been that much of an Edge fan in ring. I haven't really ever been like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
I didn't like. Yeah, I wasn't a big Edge fan, but I also didn't like.
I
I
didn't
didn't.
hate him, but it's like
I didn't. Yeah.
this
He
was
just was.
very plotting. This was very mid 2000s.
Edge to me was always a bit vanilla,
Hmm.
meaning like none of his none of his move sets ever got me going. Nothing about his character got me going. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I look at like Daniel Bryan, his his wrestling, his work, his work rate, it gets me going. I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna have a fantastic match. Cesaro, he's very boring, right? Knows no
hmm,
character, but his ring work is amazing, right? That's what gets me. But like, I never felt that way about Edge's ring work, but I also never felt that way about his characters either. His
yeah.
character
Oh, when
isn't.
Edge retired, remember, like I watched wrestling like since like I got back into wrestling right before he debuted. When Edge retired, I was like, oh, who cares? And to see like the way WWE portrayed it, I don't think there was that many Edge fans as they like to put on. I mean, he's had some great moments,
Some people
but
didn't like him. Like,
he's just not. He's just the guy that was always there to me. Like I never really thought like he's like some legend or some guy never. I just was like
I feel the same way. He's just a guy who's there,
he's
and
just
I'm
the guy
glad.
who's there that gave it. And every now and then he delivered. Like the best thing he could have ever done was cut a better promo than Matt Hardy during the Lita thing when they brought back Matt Hardy. Because
Mhm.
if his promo had sucked and Matt Hardy's had been good, right now we'd be watching Matt Hardy fucking fighting Undertaker in the Boneyard, and Edge would be on drugs somewhere. I mean, like once he did that, they like gave him the ball constantly,
Mhm.
and a
He
lot of
has
time
he has been in some really good matches. Like
he
obviously,
has been, but it's always been because of the other guy.
yeah,
His
he
match with Undertaker at WrestleMania, I remember him saying how. I remember I was listening to a Jericho podcast, and he was talking with Jericho about how good that match was, and I was like, it was fucking horrendous. Like I thought that was a horrible Undertaker match. Him and Undertaker at WrestleMania 24.
yeah. I mean, him versus Foley was really good at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
that was good. Yeah, I mean, no, he has. But Randy Orton also has some great matches. But Randy Orton also sometimes puts me to sleep. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
when they were like doing this angle, I was like, I've never really seen a good Edge Randy Orton match, so I don't understand why they're pushing for this so hard.
Yeah. Well, I think this is because this might be the only match Edge is gonna do.
No, he's gonna do more. He's
I
had
hope.
interviews. He wants to do
Yeah.
well. Will probably get corona and die. But he wants to fight AJ Styles and Matt Riddle and stuff.
The funniest thing about this match was they were up on the top of the trailer, and Edge is down, and Randy Orton. There was a point where the ref starts counting, and Randy Orton goes na 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 na, and then the ref was like, "What do you mean na 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 na?"
Yeah.
Did you
He's
hear
like,
that?
I'll tell you when to count. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was really funny. Where he goes, "What do you mean na 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 na?" Um, this match, you're right. Okay, it wasn't a bad match, but it went on for a long
It
time.
went on for it wore out its welcome. If you cut 10 minutes out from the match or you edit it, look, this is the other thing. You can edit this thing. Why didn't they like rewatch that and be like, all right, we got to reshoot some stuff? Like
Yeah.
what? Like you can do camera cuts. And like one
That
time they
whole
did do
thing,
that. They went to a whole different camera angle, and then Edge and Randy Orton came into the boardroom.
that whole thing in that boardroom could have been cut out. That did nothing.
Yeah, like you could have edited that match to make it an amazing match, and you did. You almost felt like it was like it felt like it was they didn't make any cuts. They just let these guys do whatever they wanted for 40 minutes, and then they just put it out there. I mean, but I know that there were cuts. I don't know why. I think the reason why they made it so long was because they really like Edge, and they're like, well, this is his return match. We got to make it this long. But I mean,
Yeah, it was too long for something that nothing happened. Nothing happened in this match.
and I mean, you
Basically.
literally knew Edge was going to beat Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Like the night after Royal Rumble, when he got beat up by Randy Orton. All right, well, Edge, like there was no suspense. I never for once thought, well, Randy Orton's going to beat Edge, and then Edge is going to go back, going to go away. Like
Yeah.
we all know Edge signed a 3-year deal because it's just I don't know. It was just like
Well, that match was long, but the next match wasn't that long. It was Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory in a tag team match. This was a fun match.
It was
I like
fun.
quick. I mean, everybody's young and quick.
It felt very much like a main event match.
Yeah, Street Profits win, but as soon as they're done winning, Angel Garza and Austin Theory attack them again, so that they're getting the upper hand, and Selena Vega comes in to get in her 2 cents, and then Bianca Belair's music hits. She comes in to make the save for the Street Profits. Even if you follow the Street Profits on Raw, you don't know who that Bianca Belair is married to Montez Ford.
No, but I have a feeling she's going to be their manager now. The way they ended that, I feel
bringing
like
her up. You think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with that because Bianca Belair is. I think she's very good.
Yeah, and she deserves to be on Raw, especially if Charlotte's going to NXT. You need someone good on Raw. So.
Yeah. So it was a fine match. Nothing, not like a big WrestleMania match, but it was fun. Then you had the women's 5-way match. This is for the SmackDown's women's title, Bayley's title. She's going up against Naomi, Lacey Evans, Tamina Snuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. That's about it. Those 5. This is the elimination match, all right? By the way, night 1 was 3 hours. 7 o'clock ends at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Right as soon as the Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus Street Profits match, I knew this was not going to end at 10:30 because
no, I mean I knew that too. Yeah.
by the time this match started, it was 9:20, and I was like, "There's 3 more matches, and this is an elimination match. This women's match is elimination. This is going to take way too long." So I already knew this is going to go probably to 10:30ish. So it's an elimination match. First person who gets eliminated is Tamina by everybody hitting a top rope move on her, which I thought was really cool. And
that was cool, yeah.
On her, and then they all dogpiled on her, eliminated her. Then the next one eliminated was Naomi. Naomi gets eliminated by basically Sasha Banks and Bayley double teaming her, which leaves Sasha, Bayley, and Lacey Evans. And Lacey Evans basically, through shenanigans, she ends up hitting the women's right on Sasha Banks. Sasha's then eliminated, leaves it to Lacey Evans and Bayley. And remember, WWE when every time there's more than 2 people in the ring, it's never a fucking. It's always a no DQ match. So what ends up happening is Lacey's about to hit the women's right. Sasha Banks, who's already been eliminated, comes in, hits a backstabber, and Bailey wins. I hate this no DQ rule because it makes no sense. Why don't I just hit everybody with a chair in the beginning then?
Yeah, I know. I liked it though. I liked the match.
I like the match, but I hate the bullshit ending. I hate bullshit ending. It's like
Well, I really wanted Sasha because Sasha is the boss. Like, here's my thing with Sasha. They're not explaining why Sasha's being so subservient to Bailey. Because
yeah.
Sasha was never subservient to Bailey. Sasha, when in NXT, she was the boss. She would be like, Bailey, you're nothing but a fucking nerd. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, she would ridicule. So now it's like weird that Sasha is doesn't want the belt and is just helping out Bailey. They've done so much with this friendship that the breakup has to be just completely insane, because the fact that these two haven't broken up yet and they keep going on and on.
Bailey is still champion. They're still friends. Nothing has changed. I don't think Bailey should have won.
No, I think Lacey Evans should have won.
Yeah, I think Lacey
Evans.
As
much as I don't like Lacey Evans, I think it just made her character look an idiot to lose.
Yeah, she looked like an idiot. And man, I hate bullshit endings. It's like watching a really good movie and then the ending is stupid, and you're just like, why did I watch this? Why did I waste my time?
Yeah. If Sasha Banks wasn't going to betray Bailey, why didn't when people I would ask her, she was just like, I'm not going to betray Bailey. It's my fucking friend. Just say that. Don't be like, well, we're going to have to see. Why would you say that if you were just going to help out Bailey anyway?
Exactly. Yeah, it's stupid. Not a bad match, but the ending was really fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So next match wasn't dumb. It was John Cena versus The Fiend in a Firefly Funhouse match. What did you think?
I fucking love this. I thought it was amazing. But the thing I like about this was a match made for wrestling fans. If you've been paying attention to wrestling and you obsess over it, or you pick up all these little details from the 80s to today, this match was for you. If you're a John Cena fan, this match was for you. They picked up little things from his past. They picked up things from other matches, and they played it against John. They never do anything like this. They constantly say, that doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. And to bring all these elements back, whether it was Nitro with Bischoff, or the first match that John Cena ever had, or the Thugonomics, or the 80s, or they had the Macho Man puppet. It was fucking amazing.
This match, so it starts off with they're in the funhouse and filming it a little grainy, like it's an old television set. Yeah. And it's Bray Wyatt, and he runs off. John Cena comes in. The puppets tell him to go through a certain door. He goes through the door, and he's in this dark room, and this is where all the mysticism happens. Yeah. He is confronted by an evil Vince McMahon puppet, and then it basically just takes him through the times.
Yeah, they go back to 2002, his first appearance, where he was where he came out dressed like the prototype.
Yeah, he came out actually dressed up like his first appearance. Bray Wyatt,
is pretending to be Kurt Angle.
Yeah, they keep showing cuts of Kurt Angle and Bray Wyatt where they're both saying the same exact thing, but the outcome is different because John Cena says ruthless aggression and he punches Kurt Angle, but
he can't get the bread. Yeah.
And then they Macho something.
The Buzzard was dressed like Macho Man.
Is on commentary with Vince McMahon. They did a lot of fan service.
Yeah, which they never do. They never do that.
Yeah. There's even a point where Vince McMahon's puppet goes, "This is such good shit."
Which is the Jericho podcast.
Yeah, if you were listening to Jericho's, that's amazing. I was talking to all the guys I'm in the group with, and I was telling them this is a match that I have to watch again because I feel like I missed some stuff.
And there was the whole thing was that John Cena's not a hero. He's actually a piece of shit, and he keeps trying to get bully, and he keeps trying to get John Cena to do the right thing, and John Cena constantly does the wrong thing. And when he showed up as 2013 Bray, when he had Cena come out as the NWO to say like you're like Hollywood Hogan, but you don't have the balls to become Hollywood Hogan.
Mm.
Man, it was just so good. It was so good, and they never do anything like this. And it was so. And then they did like a montage of everybody that Cena fucked over, and they showed CM Punk. They showed him at the 2011 match, and then they showed another scene of CM Punk, and to implicate like all the moments where Cena fucked someone over. I couldn't. They showed Punk. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, like they're just going for broke.
This was not all in the ring or anything either. This was like
No,
almost like a dream sequence.
yeah.
You
And then
have
he
to,
beat Cena, and then he absorbed Cena's soul. I guess I don't know,
yeah.
but
So
like,
it being ends up in the ring somehow, right?
mhm.
And Bray Wyatt tries to hit his. He mentions their match at WrestleMania
He
where
says
Bray
to do
Wyatt
the
actually.
right thing. You get like he constantly asks Cena to like change as a person, and Cena. The whole thing is Cena won't change as a person, so that's why he loses.
And just like their WrestleMania match where he tries to hit Sister Abigail and he misses, he does the same thing in this ring in this WrestleMania. He tries to hit the Sister Abigail, it doesn't work again. They do some more G sequences, and it comes out where John Cena tries to go swing for him, misses, and he's standing there, and then the Fiend shows up right behind him, and then hits him with the mandible claw. Sister Abigail, more mandible claw. While the Fiends has the
Bray
mandible
Wyatt
claw,
counts to
and
three.
Bray Wyatt counts the three, and then John Cena dissipates.
Yeah,
It was very. If you are a traditional wrestling fan, you might hate this. You might hate this,
but see,
but
I don't see how you can hate this because it pays homage to everything the WWE and WCW has done. Like it's just
yes,
such a love letter to wrestling history and to John
yes.
Cena's history as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just is like
Ergonomics, everything.
yeah, and like him being like pick your words, make the right choice. Don't keep insulting me because Cena keeps like shitting on him, Husky Harris, and all this stuff. And Cena keeps shitting on him, and it's like you haven't learned. You haven't learned anything all these years, Cena. You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
was really good. It was so good. And then Titus O'Neil, because Titus
Oh,
O'Neil
well, we got to
takes
rewind
over
a
as
little.
WrestleMania host. It's just like
Yeah, rewind a little bit. So there was on night one, Mojo Rawley ends up winning the 24/7 title, and he pushed Gronk out of the way, and then the Gronk's hosting by himself. Night two, midway, Gronk, everybody's fighting for the 24/7 title. They're on the floor. Gronk jumps off the perch onto
mhm.
everybody, covers. He wins the title. There's no more. He runs away. There's no more host. So Titus O'Neil ends up becoming the host. As soon as this match was over, they cut to they go black, and then they cut to the Fiend's face. He goes, "Lets me in," and then they cut black again, and they show Titus O'Neil, the close up to Titus O'Neil, and he's got this dumbfounded look on his face, and he's just like, "I don't know what I saw."
He goes, no. He goes, I'm not. It was so funny. Like Titus O'Neil was so
Yeah,
funny.
Titus O'Neil was, I don't know what I saw.
You know what was good about this WrestleMania? They were like they were more self-aware than
Yes.
they have been, I think, since the late '90s. They were very self-aware that these two nights. It didn't feel like they were like even like even like the dumb things that they did, like whether it was the Bailey match with Lacey Evans or that Edge match. It
Mhm.
didn't feel like they were doing it on purpose. They think we're fucking idiots. I felt like they were like
Yeah.
we're trying to give you something really good. They didn't succeed all the time, but like they weren't treating us like we're fucking retards, which I feel like they've been doing for like at least 15 years
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. They did not look at us like we're stupid.
Yeah,
And they try to, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna watch this match again.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again too.
And if you are somebody who obviously we're all gonna be, everybody is staying at home, I recommend watching all of WrestleMania. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say you have the time and there isn't a bad match. Watch the whole thing. You're gonna like it.
Yeah,
This
it
is not
was
the last match, by the way.
no, there's not. Drew McIntyre versus Brock. What did you think, buddy?
Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar in a match that's under 10 minutes. Drew McIntyre wins in a match where 100 finishers are hit. This is fine, but this should not have been last.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he could have ended with the Cena match because it was so dark. I would have ended with Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah, the Cena match was dark, but because it was something that got everybody talking, because as
Hmm.
soon as this match was over,
I
I
know,
just
but Vince wanted both shows to end on a happy note. I heard. So Drew winning is at least a happy note. So
yeah.
I thought it's fine. I just think if this is all that Brock can do, like, is just like all he does is like finisher, 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 and then they go home. Or he does that Ricochet match where he just throws Ricochet on the ground and then that's it. Um, no more Brock. Let's do Drew versus Seth or Drew versus somebody. Well, or Drew versus Corona because fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna.
I don't know where you go from here, but
Well, I don't think you go anywhere. Here's the thing. They canceled Money in the Bank at the arena. They refunded all the fans, but they promoted it on tonight, which leads me to think they can get the Performance Center by May 10th.
May
I don't
10th.
know if they what.
It said streaming live May 10th. Yes.
I don't know. They're extending the stay-at-home order in Florida, so they're not going to be able to film SmackDown in Florida. There's very few options of states that will let them film SmackDown this week, and then you have to get the wrestlers there
Mm.
because they want to do SmackDown live. They've taped Raw, but I mean, I honestly think at this point they should take a break after Raw. They should like leave things kind of like Drew McIntyre being like maybe have him cut a promo. I don't know. It's already taped, so my advice is gonna. What I would do is have Drew and Becky just cut promos like we're ready for our new challenge. Have a few matches. Don't show any matches in WrestleMania because they tried to get fucking idiots to pay. Did you see they were trying to get people to pay $60 for this on Fox Sports app and Fight TV?
Yeah.
So don't show any of the matches from tonight because you'll never get. There has to be at least like a couple of idiots who did that. You
Hmm.
can't show the match; you'll never get anyone. But show like old matches again, and then just go to an all studio, all match interview format until Corona is defeated. Because I think if they keep having matches and one of these wrestlers gets Corona, I don't think Vince is going to recover from it from a PR standpoint because everything else is shut down. And I think you have to, for now, take a break after Raw tomorrow.
I agree. I think this is the first time where you can easily see an off season for wrestling.
But I mean,
You know?
there almost has to be like here's the thing: they've shut down all productions. Nobody's filming anything, and Vince hired a production team to film that Boneyard match when every other production is shut down. So while I do enjoy the match, he's literally having these guys do stuff in a very dangerous time that nobody else is doing. No other actor is doing. No other sports star is doing. And at this point, it's not like, look at me, I can do this. I loved WrestleMania, don't get me wrong. But at this point now, I think we should just call it a day. You know?
Yeah, I agree. So overall, thumbs up to WrestleMania.
Thumbs up, big thumbs up. I liked it better than the
Put
last
me,
few years.
they put me in my place, and I highly recommend that you watch it. If you did not watch it, watch it. And if you watched it already, I highly recommend you watch that Funhouse match again because I'm pretty sure there's things we missed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I want to like watch it on slow motion because there's all these little cuts and stuff. Um, the Sunday's main event, and they got the original song because that's
Yeah.
the Obsession by Animotion. Just such a good. This was really like it left me in a good mood. And like there were other WrestleManias where, like, especially the one with Roman Reigns Undertaker, a couple of
Mhm.
I was just that match was like I was like
Yeah.
in such a bad mood after that. This the Mania 2, the one before that, the Dallas one. I was just like, oh, I just wasted all these hours of my day, and it was just
Yeah.
miserable.
I
And
did
I
not feel like
feel
I wasted my day. No.
what?
I don't I did not feel like I wasted my
Yeah,
time.
I feel really good right now. I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I really enjoyed myself. And I saw a couple of smarks. So let me just say this: these like internet wrestling reporters are really out of touch. Brian Alvarez was shitting on the Firefly Funhouse match and a couple of other like internet wrestling
Wait,
gurus
today? Tonight?
today. Yeah. And
Oh.
I'm sending a tweet. If you didn't like that Firefly Funhouse match, you just don't like wrestling. Because while there was no work rate, it was a love letter and a tribute to so many of the goofy moments, so much of the history of the last 30 years. How the fuck could you not like it from an entertainment standpoint? You
Yeah.
know, how could you not? How could you not? You sit all day and watch this shit, just like me and you, And this is like making fun of it and paying tribute to it. How could you not like that? Like you have no self-awareness. And one guy, Bruce Mitchell from the PW Torch, like, a lot of people actually don't like that Boneyard match. And somebody said, "Where's the proof?" He goes, "Here's the proof. Go to Facebook, type in WrestleMania, and you'll see it. And if you don't see any negative responses, maybe you need more friends." And I wanted to write to him. I did. I wanted to, "Hey, dude, I'm a comedian in New York City. I'm friends with a ton of comedians in New York City, a ton of people. Everybody loved that fucking match. Maybe you are just a fucking goofball, you know?"
I think traditionalists, like I said, traditionalists will not like this match, either the Boneyard or the Funhouse. But I personally think they're fine.
I think they're great, and I think they were great solutions and great ways to produce something very memorable in the middle of a health crisis. Like, like, it is what it is. He had to have Mania to get his insurance money. They paid off all the storylines. It is what it is, but they made it really entertaining. Like, what do you want? Like you either delay it, you might never have it. There might be a possibility that they can never really have a WrestleMania style event, at least for years, if this virus is not defeated. The future is very much unknown. We can't just assume that, we're going to be on stage in May. We can't just assume that, SummerSlam's going to happen. So he resolved those storylines. He gave us something that we're going to remember for years and decades to come. And it is what it is. Like, would it have been better if he waited till fucking, I thought he should have waited, but would it have been better if he waited till fucking September to have WrestleMania and then Bray and Cena have like a boring fucking match in the ring?
No, I don't think so.
No, would it have been better if Undertaker could barely breathe after 5 minutes and AJ's got to like run around him to make it look like he's doing something?
I came into this thinking this WrestleMania was a mistake, and I was watching it because I was expecting a huge train wreck, and it was the complete opposite of what I was
expecting. It was great, yeah.
I recommend people watch it.
Yeah.
So there you go. We'll see
what
happens.
There you go. So that's it. We made it through Mania, and tomorrow night we'll be back with Raw.
Yeah.
Should be interesting Raw.
Yeah. Hope they do another Funhouse.
All right, buddy. All right. Later. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the Raw review.